Hello, 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 and welcome to the High Altitude Investing live stream. Today is Saturday, the 11th of May, and we're doing another live stream as we've been doing almost every single week, and I'm really excited about it. So it's going to be a good day. We're going to have a lot of fun running over some coins, checking out some cryptos, and seeing what's coming in these markets, baby. So yeah, excited to be here, excited to do another stream for you guys. Hope that we can learn some cool stuff and have a good time together. And yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So welcome everybody. Just sharing the link everywhere so that everybody has access, can get started viewing the stream. And yeah, it should be a really good time. Happy weekend, happy Saturday. Let's go ahead and get started here. So, Bitcoin versus the dollar on the one-day candlesticks on Coinbase. We've already been looking at this chart quite a few times together, so there really isn't anything significant to update you guys about today. But we are going to go ahead and do a little bit of analysis on Bitcoin here really quick. So one of the first things that we see with Bitcoin is this downward trending resistance line. Now we broke up above that downward trending resistance line and we came back down and tested it as support, which by the way is a super common thing to have happen. I mean, there's so many examples of this historically in almost every single market you'll ever find. A whole bunch of examples of when markets break out, they retest their trend lines before they push higher. So this is a pretty common thing for markets to do, to have a breakout and a retest of major support. That's exactly what we're seeing here with Bitcoin. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it's something that's very common inside of markets, very common to see this. It often leads to a bounce. It often leads to a reversal and more upside continuation. So don't be surprised if you see a breakout of downward trending resistance, and then the market comes back down and tests what that used to be resistance line and tests it now as support. That's something that's very common inside of markets. Tech Dude, what's up, man? It's good to see you today. Heartway Farms, good to see you, man. It's always good to see you tuning in. And Solar Sound, what's up, man? We've got all my friends here today. Good to see you guys tuning in. So yeah, a breakout of downward trending resistance and a retest of that trend line is very common. Like I said, there's seriously so many examples of this, not only in Bitcoin, but every single market that you could pretty much find in the entire world. It's a very common thing to break out and retest major support. Even this right here was exactly that. I mean, if you look right here, this is a little bit more of a drastic version of it, but we broke out of this downward trending resistance line. Everybody was super excited, and it came back down and tested it as support. Now, this was like a 50% drop right here, where the recent one we had was a lot smaller than this, a smaller version of what just happened. But this is extremely common, so don't be surprised that Bitcoin pulled back onto its support. It hasn't failed support, by the way. We're still on major horizontal support in multiple time frames. We have horizontal support right here, and of course we had this little wick that dropped down below, but that wick coincides with support levels going way back over here at the previous peak, right? This used to be resistance along the way up, way back here in 2021 and 2022, and now it's support coming back down here in 2024. So support is still holding very strong. There's no reason to sell. There's nothing that's changed, so it blows my mind how people they change their narrative so quickly. Right? The market moves down 3%, and then all of a sudden, all of crypto Twitter is all of a sudden posting bearish charts. And there's the good traders that are still bullish out there that know what they're doing, but there's so many people that get thrown around by the market because they don't understand markets. And when you don't understand markets, your emotions end up affecting your analysis, and a 3% drop in Bitcoin, people start posting all kinds of ridiculous charts because they don't know what they're doing. So yeah. All right. Now, we talked a little bit about how this was also a fractal of this previous wedge. So we have a wedge right here. In a bull market, often you get a bullish wedge. So you'll be in a bull market like this, and you'll come down and you'll make a bullish wedge. And then you'll break out of that wedge and keep going higher. This is a very, very common continuation structure inside of bull markets. It's really easy to spot, really easy to see, and really, really common. So this looks like a wedge to me on Bitcoin. Well, it is a wedge, but we're going to have to see if it plays out like I suspect it will. And the markets are really bullish here, so you know, I'm definitely expecting it to break bullish here. So yeah, that's my views on Bitcoin here on the daily candlesticks. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the other top altcoins. Now, people are wondering a lot about XRP lately because they did end up, I actually don't read news, so I can't say with 100% certainty because I haven't read the article myself. But XRP is getting very close to coming out of the darkness in the tunnel into the light out of all this SEC stuff that's been going on. So a lot of people are wondering, well, what's going to happen with XRP? And I just wanted to show you guys that XRP is in a massive triangle. So what's going to happen? Well, watch this triangle. If we break bullish out of this triangle over the next couple weeks, you know, you're going to go crazy here with XRP. It's really going to take off here and start to push up to major resistance, to the next major resistance, and really take off. I better close some of my applications. I feel like maybe it's my internet speed, but it's a little bit slow for a sec. Dallin, you should start with singing your guitar and end with your guitar. Oh, man. Okay, I'll play one teeny little song at the start, and then maybe at the end, we'll do a little bit more. But I want to kind of get into the crypto stuff first, if you know. So we'll just do one quick little song. I know. I get requests every single stream now, so. So yeah. Let's see, what's a good one? We'll do this one. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. There you go, a little bit of Beatles for you. I love playing the guitar, you guys, but let's do some TA, and then towards the end, maybe we'll play a little before we end the stream. So, but I appreciate you always requesting it. It's fun to play. So, Bliss Crypto, thanks for tuning in. It's good to see you, man. All right, so let's talk about crypto now. Then we'll do guitar at the end. If you guys want me to, just request, and we'll play around on the guitar a little bit. Okay, also you guys be requesting your favorite coins in the stream, and I'll be happy to take a second to do analysis on them. There's a lot of good coins here. There's a lot of coins that are ready to take off, and I would be more than happy to share with you guys my personal views on those coins. So yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about Render today, RNDR. And this one really is set up for a lot of gains throughout this bull market. So I figured it would be important to talk about this one today, especially since I think over the next few weeks, this coin is really going to take off. So let's take a look here at Render. So as you guys can see here on Render, we actually did break out of a bullish flag pattern. So in a bull market, as we were talking about Bitcoin earlier, how Bitcoin is in a wedge. Well, in bull markets, you often see a few different types of continuation patterns. So the market's in an uptrend, it's going up in value, and then it pulls back, right? Because it doesn't go up forever. But in an uptrend, those pullbacks are short-lived. So there's different structures, there's different patterns that occur on those pullbacks. Sometimes you get a wedge, like what Bitcoin looks like a wedge right now. Like what Bitcoin is doing, it looks like a wedge, right? And so you get a wedge type structure like that, and then you break bullish out of that wedge, and you see continuation as a result of that breakout. Well, another very, very common pattern that happens, instead of a wedge, you get a flag. So the only really difference between a wedge and a flag is more of a channel. So it looks more like that, right? And it breaks bullish, and we'll just delete this other line here. So this is kind of more like what the flag looks like, a bullish flag. So this is what's happening here on Render. Render did a bullish flag. Solana did a bullish flag before it broke out from its previous breakout. So there was a pullback on Solana. I'll just show you guys so you don't have to try to imagine what I'm showing you. Show, don't tell, right? So this right here is a bullish flag pattern on Solana. And you guys can see that we were in a bull market. We pulled back. And when we pulled back, we did a bullish flag. Sometimes you do a falling wedge. Sometimes you do a bullish flag. Sometimes you do a horizontal channel, right? The market can just go like this too, and then break out like that. But there's always pullbacks along the way up. There's always healthy corrections. There's always healthy dips. So that's what we saw here with Solana as a bullish flag. Then we broke out, and then we saw that next pump that came afterwards, right? Where we went from $80 all the way up to $208. So that's a bullish flag breakout. Now, if we go back over to Render, Render is like textbook bullish flag breakout. It looks just exactly like how Solana did before it went to $200 from being worth $80. And a lot of these coins lead. So the coins that are leading the market will show these patterns, and then a month later, all these other coins will show the same pattern, and they'll break out just like how the leading coins did. So Solana is leading the market. That's why we're seeing other coins showing the same structure that Solana already did a month ago, or a few months ago, or whatever, before it broke out. So Solana is leading. So that's really, really useful because of the fact that if you can follow those leading coins, you can go find these other coins that haven't done this yet. This was actually one of the most effective trading strategies in 2017 during the bull market. You could find a coin that did a triangle breakout and mooned, and then you'd go find like 5 other coins that looked exactly like it, only they haven't broke out and mooned yet. So you'd go buy those coins, then they would do the exact same thing that the leading coin had already done. Does that make sense to everybody? So leading coins, there's the coins that lead. It's like follow the leader, right? They show the same behaviors, just like if you work at a company and you have a really good boss or a really good, leader of the company, CEO, all of the employees are going to start behaving with that. They're going to start to mirror that good behavior. They're going to start to mirror that good customer service that the CEO shows to the people. So the good morale trickles down from the top, right? The same thing is true for crypto in a chart pattern type sense. These coins that are leading show patterns, and all of the other coins start mirroring and showing those patterns. They just pick up on it afterwards as a result. So if that makes sense to everybody, we'll go ahead and move on here. But But render is set up to break out again. It's set up to break out above resistance, just like how Solana did, and start to break out up through into new highs. And it's been doing really good already, right? We had our ABC correction on the way down, sideways accumulation, our breakout wave 1, wave 2, and we're actually in a bigger picture uptrend here, and that's why we're seeing bullish flag patterns. Let's remove all the drawing tools and slow down a little bit here. Then we'll talk about a different coin. So I'll just run over that one more time because I'm talking really fast. I want to make sure you guys understand. So A, B, and C wave down, right? So there's our ABC down. Then we do sideways accumulation, right? That's what Ethereum did in 2018. ABC down, sideways accumulation, then it broke out, right? Well, render did the same thing. These markets are fractal, they repeat. So then we get Elliott wave 1, Elliott wave 2, Elliott wave 3, Elliott wave 4, and now I'm expecting a fifth wave here that coincides with this bullish flag. So that's why I wanted to talk about render today, and we won't talk about the price that it's going to go to, but I just wanted to let you guys know it is bullish and that it's really going to take off here soon. And I'm really excited about this coin among a lot of others. So let's do Shiba Inu. All right, we can do Shiba Inu. I'd be happy to do some Shiba Inu. Shiba, a lot of people don't know this, but Shiba Inu did one of the biggest percentage gains ever in the last cycle. The last bull market where everything was going crazy in 2021, Shiba Inu did some of the highest percentage gains out of anything. Now, it's also in a bullish flag. Do you see that? We were just talking about this. This is a bullish flag. And we broke bullish out of it. You can see we broke out, we tested the trend line, and we're really holding this support quite nicely. Whenever bearish news comes out, if you get bearish news and yet nothing drops, like things don't just crash, that's really bullish. I don't trade news, but a rule of thumb is that if bearish news comes out and the markets don't react negatively, they hold support. That shows that's really, really bullish when that happens. There are so many coins where bearish news is out, and it blows my mind that people are selling because nothing's moved. Like things moved a couple percent down, but nothing's moved. So that's really, really bullish just from that one thing alone. Not to mention the bull flag, not to mention, a bigger picture reversal here that's taking place. Look at this. If we go out on the daily and we zoom out here, look at that. Huge, huge beginning of a reversal here. This is what happens in crypto when they bottom out. I don't know if some of you guys have maybe been around for a while, so you saw, Ethereum in 2018 when it bottomed out. You saw Litecoin. You saw Dogecoin when it bottomed out in the last cycle. They crash really hard, everybody gives up on them, and they do these big rounded bottoms, and then they start a new bull market. So if you've been around for a while, then you know what this looks like. You've seen it before. If you haven't been around for a while, then go study the charts, okay? Pull up these charts. TradingView is not hard to use, It's pretty simple. If you have any questions, you can always get support, ask me, go to the Discord, join the free Discord if you're not a member. We're all happy to help you in there. Everybody, it's a beautiful community. We're there to help each other make money, earn money. We're all having a lot of fun. And if you have questions, go there. It's completely free. But Ethereum, people that haven't been around for a while haven't seen these cycles. They don't know what it looks like when something bottoms out. Well, it's really, really useful to compare these cycles to learn from this human emotion, because like I say in these videos all the time, it never changes. right? We're emotional creatures. We have emotional responses to things. I mean, if you've ever gotten in a fight with somebody or had a disagreement, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You have to learn how to let go of those things and not let your emotions control you if you want to have good relationships in life, but also if you want to have a good relationship with your financial investing, you can't let your emotions control you. And if you look here on the bottom, you can see that's the internet bubble. This is the NASDAQ. And the top is Ethereum. So it doesn't matter if you're trading the NASDAQ. It doesn't matter if you're trading gold. It doesn't matter if you're trading silver. It doesn't matter if you're trading Bitcoin. It doesn't matter what you're trading. Market cycles always repeat. It's human emotion. We're emotional creatures. And that most people don't learn how to control that. So most people are subjected to their emotions, and you can see it in the chart. 90% of people. That's why 90% of people don't make money in the markets. Not because it's that hard, it's just because most people never learn to control their emotions. And it takes time to build that resilience. I've been doing this for 8 years now, so when the markets drop, it's not really that crazy to me because I've had a little bit of experience. But if you're new to it, when the markets drop, it can feel like the sky is falling and the world is ending, right? And that's okay. You're having a natural human emotional response. But it doesn't mean that you should listen to it because it's probably wrong. Now let's go back over here what I was showing you guys with render and with Doge or with Shiba Inu here because I want to finish my analysis. So you guys can see human emotion doesn't change. It doesn't matter what time frame you're trading, what. It always appears in the charts. So you can see how render also did that same ABC correction, sideways movement, beginning to break out into a bull market. Right? Looks just like Ethereum back before it went all the way up to 5,000. All the way up to 5,000 almost per coin, right? Now, I'm not saying render is going to go to 5,000 per coin, but I'm saying that same kind of vertical move is set up to come in this coin. Same kind of move. And then if we put Shiba Inu on the bottom here, for my Shiba people, we'll use KuCoin. There's a little bit more historical data on KuCoin, and yeah, there we go. If you look here on KuCoin, and you can see that's human emotion. ABC down, sideways movement, breakout, beginning of a new cycle. This is why I trade the big picture, because if you look on the smaller time frames, there is a lot of differences on the smaller time frame, right? If you compare these two charts, and you're zooming in, there's a lot of differences going on in the smaller time frame. But the bigger structure of the market is virtually identical. That's why the most professional traders trade big time frames. Another reason is because AI and algorithms trade the smaller time frames. So try beating a super intelligent AI, right? It's not very easy to do. They're going to outtrade you every single time. But these bigger time frames, there's so much human emotion, so much clear, just emotional impulses that happen that you can actually trade the bigger time frame. Okay, I hope this is helpful for you guys. I still have no clue what Shiba is about. Me neither. All right, and I don't care. And if you do care, then that's cool. You can study fundamentals if you want to. But most of the best traders and investors in the world, especially when it comes to trading stuff like crypto, they trade cycles. They really don't care what stuff does. If they cared what stuff did, they wouldn't buy meme coins that went 50,000%. Right? If you really care about what the project does, go buy coins that you study their fundamentals. And that's okay if that's the way you want to invest. But it's not as profitable. It's more profitable to buy coins based on their chart patterns and their market cycles and volume, right? If a whole bunch of volume comes into a coin and the chart looks good, it doesn't matter if that coin does absolutely nothing, because the demand is increasing, and an increase of demand increases the value of a coin. So if people get excited, like I said, human emotion moves markets. If people get excited about Pepe, about Dogecoin or Dog with Hat, it's going to go up in value. And no person can stop it. It doesn't matter if it's useful or not. So hopefully that's helpful to you, Mr. Visual Vendetta. Let's see here. Polkadot. Conscious Contact. What's up, my brother? It's good to see you. I've got so many cool friends that tune into this stream. I love you guys. Polkadot, 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 Polkadot. All right. I'm sorry I didn't see your message, man. Let's do some Polkadot analysis here for our friend that's requesting it. Our fellow trading buddy here. Forget that it's dot, not poke. I don't know why I do that every time. Okay, let's pull one up with a little bit more historical data. There we go. All right. Apparently, I already have the Wall Street cheat sheet. A lot of them, apparently, on this. There we go. All right. If you don't know about the Wall Street cheat sheet, it really is so helpful. Now, a lot of people misuse it. A lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people use it wrong. Like I said, they misuse it. But it's so helpful if you understand how to use it. So basically, this is the Wall Street cheat sheet. The only difference is the Wall Street cheat sheet has a little bit of a different structure. You can see that this point made a higher high, and that made a lower high. Do you see that? So we have a high right here and a high right here. On DOT, we have a high and a higher high. On the Wall Street cheat sheet, we have a high and a lower high. I'm not going to talk about why that happened, but all you need to understand is that there isn't a difference in the emotional psychology that's taking place. This was still complacency up here. It was still that point of complacency. It just did a different structure. So this is a variation of the Wall Street cheat sheet, but it's the same human emotion taking place. And it becomes more clear as you get closer to the bottom here, where you can see this is the anger phase and this is the depression phase, and those line up perfectly with our Wall Street cheat sheet chart here. And I'll change the color to make it easier for you guys to see what I'm drawing here. Okay, so do you see that point on the Wall Street cheat sheet where it says, let's see, anger right there? I've got it circled in green. That coincides with where I have this white arrow drawn. That's anger. Then you get depression down here at $3. And that's where people say, my retirement money is lost. How can I pay for all this new stuff? I'm an idiot, right? That's the emotion that people are feeling when something drops 99% in value. Of course you're going to feel like that, right? That's the human psychology that takes place. It's natural and normal for you to feel like that. That's why you have to learn how to trade these cycles so you can get in early enough that even if you don't perfectly take profit at the top, which we're going to talk about how to do that, especially as we get closer to the top of the cycle, you've made so much throughout the bull market that if it goes down, you really don't care. But with that being said, that anger phase, people feel anger, and then that depression phase, they feel really down on themselves. They're depressed. They're in despair. They're sad, right? And that's the point of maximum financial opportunity. That's exactly what Polkadot just started to break out of. We started to break out of depression and into the disbelief. So now people are in disbelief that a new cycle could start. So if you are in disbelief that a new crypto cycle could start, you're literally experiencing the exact emotion of the cycle at the exact point of the cycle that we're in right now. So that point of disbelief is where we're at with Polkadot. So if you disbelieve that it can keep going higher here, that's actually a sign that we're in disbelief of the cycle. Even though you can see it on the chart, that's what I use to determine. I don't try to go ask my friends, hey, are you in disbelief that crypto's going to go up? Right? Because it's just too hard to gauge based on that. You have to look at the chart to see. But Polkadot is absolutely breaking out of that depression phase into disbelief. And as we start to turn around here on Polkadot, especially if we break up through wave 1 again, right? If we break up through the resistance of wave 1, we're going to have wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5 on Polkadot. So get ready for a reversal here, especially as Bitcoin bottoms out, as I suspect it will. Get ready for wave 3 on Polkadot. So I hope that's helpful for you, my friend. Okay, Velo. Velo is another coin we're getting requested in every single stream that I've been doing. So a lot of people must really, really want information on this coin. So I posted about it on my Twitter the other day, and I said, hey, you guys, Velo is starting to break out. It's not good to buy tops. It's not good to buy when people are excited, but I figured I'd share my analysis. If you don't follow me on Twitter, I think there's a link in the description at highaltitudeinv. So Velo here, you can see that we did a double bottom. And by the way, you guys were asking me about this coin right here, and we were talking about the double bottom and how bullish it looked. And in that stream, I mentioned this double bottom and how we'd break out it looked like we were going to break out. So I mentioned that, and we did. We broke out, we broke bullish, and we went right up to our target here, just slightly below the target of the double bottom pattern. And you can see an example of that double bottom pattern right here on the top right. But if you look here, we did our double bottom breakout on Velo. We hit our resistance level. We're pulling back a little bit, just as I had drawn the other day. But I think we're going to keep pushing higher. This pullback is very, very small comparatively to the move that we've seen up on the upside here. And a lot of times they exceed their double bottom targets. So if you understand the double bottom pattern, it's one of the highest probability patterns in the whole market. It's like inverse head and shoulders. Super useful. Super, super useful trading pattern. The double bottom pattern often overextends their targets. So we hit our target of 0.029 cents, or just below it. And most of the time they overexceed it by significant amounts. So I would not be surprised at all to see Velo significantly push up through our target again over the next few weeks. We pulled back a little bit. I had that drawn, this white line right here. I was kind of expecting that. So it's nothing surprising here to see a small pullback on Velo. I think there could be a lot more upside here. So, in fact, these pullbacks are going to be pretty short-lived if it goes like I suspect, and we'll push up through resistance and go nicely up here on Velo. So that's my views on Velo. Definitely very, very good looking here because of the double bottom pattern. But also if you pull out here and you look, or pull down here on the chart and pull and zoom out a little bit, then you guys can see this chart is so undervalued. Like if this has a cycle like how Dogecoin did or how Ethereum did in the last cycle, the percentage gains would be absolutely astronomical. Like just completely insane. So Velo is definitely one to keep your eyes on. I think it's going to go crazy. So yeah, that's my views on Velo. In the big picture, it's still undervalued. In the short term, I think it could still even keep pushing higher because of that double bottom. So that's my views. XRP and XLM. Velo looks like a bubble that popped bad. Okay, listen, dude, I need to explain this to you really quickly. This is a chart that I buy, okay? This is what pros buy. If it looks dead, if it looks like it popped really bad, yet there's massive amounts of volume and a huge double bottom pattern, this is what pros buy. This isn't dead. Okay? You know, I don't know what else to say. Go like Ethereum in 2018. When Ethereum came down here in 2018 and it tested $94, to convince people that Ethereum was going to go up in value was like trying to, let's see, what's a good, like a good joke for it. It'd be like trying to convince a vegan to eat a steak, okay? Like, it's just impossible. You can't convince a vegan to eat a steak. All right? That's what it was like to try to tell people to buy Ethereum down here at $90. But I was telling people to buy. Go back and watch my old videos in 2018 and 2019. You'll see I was literally trying to scream at people to buy Ethereum at $86. Everybody called it dead. Everybody said the crypto bubble popped. Everybody said it was done and over with. But because of market cycle analysis, because I actually understand these markets, because I was blessed enough to be taught these things by intelligent investors and really smart people, I was able to see it before it turned around, and it did, and it went crazy and went vertical here afterwards. So don't, just because something went down in value, Warren Buffett said, be greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. And if you're looking on the big time frames, most all of crypto is highly undervalued. And people are still fearful. They're still in disbelief. They still are skeptical of a new cycle. And that's exactly the point of the cycle that we're in, is disbelief. So that's going to be the majority of the emotions that most people are feeling. Now, I'm not chastising you. I'm just telling you that that's how these markets work. So that's something that's important and useful to understand. Okay, visual vendetta. We just got talking about use cases, man. Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, if you don't know what a coin does, it doesn't matter if it has a use case or not. It really doesn't. Human emotion moves markets. Otherwise, tulips wouldn't have went so high. Look up the tulip bubble. Study markets. Tulip bubble, okay? Tulips went insane just for seeds. To buy a seed of a tulip went insanely high in value. Why? Because people got excited. People got emotionally excited about tulip seeds. It created a bubble. So it doesn't have to have a real world use case to go up in value. But I'm done talking about it because clearly you need to do a little more research, my friend. I'm not trying to hate. I'm just saying, if you want to understand how these markets work, it has nothing to do with fundamentals, almost nothing. These markets move because of human emotion. Yes, fundamentals are useful for understanding, fundamentals are useful if you're going to actually use the crypto yourself for something. But if you're trading and investing in these things, they move because of human emotion. Otherwise, dog with hat would not move. Otherwise, Dogecoin, people always say there's a strong fundamental case for Dogecoin, but you get the point, right? Fundamentals don't move markets. Human emotion moves markets. So that's all I've got to say about that. All right. XRP and XLM. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. Let's talk about XRP and XLM. I talked about XRP at the start of the stream. It's in a triangle, and I suspect we will break bullish out of this triangle. If we do, it's really going to take off here, so keep your eyes on this triangle with XRP. Okay. With XLM, I haven't checked on XLM for a second, so let's go ahead and do a little bit of TA here on XLM. So XLM is a standard ABC correction. We have our A wave down here, our B wave up here, and our C wave down here. So we get 5 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ABC back down. And we're starting to bottom out here. Now, when something's down like this, it can look like it's never going to recover. Like I said, to try to convince people to buy Ethereum at $80 was like trying to convince a vegan to eat a steak. That's the best example I can use. I'm not hating on vegans. I have periods of time that I don't eat meat too for spiritual purposes. But I'm just saying, like, it was like trying to convince a vegan to eat a steak down here at $80 on Ethereum. Now, XLM is worth 10 cents right now. 10 cents. It's so undervalued from its previous peaks. And if you want to use fundamentals as a way to trade markets, understand that fundamentally, a lot of these coins are worth more than they are. So they're undervalued. And fundamentally, they're going to have to meet, their value is going to have to, at some point, go to the value of what they're fundamentally worth. And a lot of these coins aren't. Even Bitcoin is fundamentally worth a lot more than what it's worth right now, even with all of its problems, because of what it does for the world, right? And Bitcoin going up fuels all these other coins. The reason that meme coins go so crazy, even if they don't have a use case, is because of human emotion. People get excited about Bitcoin, and they also start putting money into other coins. So yeah, fundamentals does play like a role in the bigger coins, and then those bigger coins affect all those other coins. So there is an aspect of it that is fundamental. I'm not just completely, but I don't trade fundamentals. I trade the charts, I trade the patterns, because that's how you make money. And I like making money. I don't like getting wrecked. I don't like thinking I'm smarter than everybody else. I like to just make money. I care more about being rich than right? I don't care if a coin is the next future coin or whatever. If it's going to provide value, if it's going to make me money, I'll buy it. Like, I don't care if it sucks as a project. I care more about being rich than being right. So, and for me, that's been very, very helpful. That's been the best way to trade these markets. And I learned it from professionals, so I'm not just talking out of my ears. I'm not just pulling stuff out of my hat, whatever kind way of wording it you want to. For now, people buy off emotions and FOMO, but it won't be like that much longer. Dude, I wish I could agree with you, but I absolutely cannot agree with you about that. Okay? Every single market in human history moves because of human emotion. It doesn't matter if you're trading silver. It doesn't matter if you're trading gold. It doesn't matter if you're trading stocks. And it doesn't matter how long the market's been around either. It's human emotion. Okay? Silver looks exactly like our Wall Street cheat sheet chart. Why does it look like the Wall Street cheat sheet? It looks like the Wall Street cheat sheet because it's playing human emotion. Okay? Human emotion repeats over and over and over again in these markets. And it literally doesn't matter if you're trading Dogecoin or silver or gold or Bitcoin or the NASDAQ. Human emotion repeats on every single time frame. So no, as crypto gets bigger, people won't just magically stop reacting emotionally. Have you ever seen crypto Twitter? When the markets drop, it's an emotional mess. Human emotion moves markets. Period. Plain and simple. And it doesn't matter how big it gets. The stock market's way bigger than crypto. Forex is way, way, way bigger than crypto, and Forex moves because of human emotions. So yeah, I mean, gold did the same thing. Gold did a perfect Wall Street cheat sheet, human emotional market cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC down. Right? One of the reasons we knew Bitcoin was going to bottom out in 2018 is because of gold. It's because of gold. right? It looked exactly like gold. Human emotion. And gold has a way bigger market cap than Bitcoin does. So it doesn't matter how big it gets, it's still human emotion that moves these markets. But that's enough said about that. Because everybody always gets mad when I start talking about it because they think they're right. And I'm here to tell you, like, you're not. So I'm really not trying to be like a hater on your opinion. I'm just telling you like the reason that markets move. So hopefully you can listen to it and start making money because that's what you want to do, right? Isn't that why you invested in crypto? So, I mean, I could lose the argument and win the sell if I want to, but I guess my pride is too big to right now. But but yeah. So did somebody request this coin, XCN? Yes, I can do this one for you, my friend. So this one is a rounded bottom kind of structure here. It's a little bit more volatile than the standard rounded bottom. Most rounded bottoms, you'll get a real clear kind of consistent thing. This one's kind of jaggedy right here, but it's nothing I haven't seen before. This is also very common for markets to do that. I mean, OP, if you look at OP, for example, we'll go back to XCN in just a second. You can see this is a pretty jaggedy uptrend. Those jaggedy uptrends are really common until the market starts to take off. Once the market really starts to take off, then you start to go into a more consistent uptrend. It still has pullbacks, but it doesn't look like a saw blade, right? This looks kind of like a saw blade. Well, that's common. Once you're impulsing, it just looks like a straight vertical move with little pullbacks. But when you're building momentum, it looks more like a saw blade. So if we go back over to XCN, you're going to see that was I looking at the right coin? Yes, I was. Okay, cool. If you go back over to XCN, you're going to see more of that saw blade kind of look. But as it starts to take off, as Bitcoin keeps going up, you're going to see this thing start to just go up more vertical with little pullbacks, but it's going to look a lot less like a saw blade. Now, I do personally think this thing will go up here. It looks really good here. There's increasing price, increasing volume. We've started to bottom out after a huge correction where a lot of people panic sold. That's exactly what you look for. So I definitely think this thing is going to take off. Now, people are always like, Dallin, how can you be bullish on so many coins? Well, I'm bullish on Bitcoin, and I'm bullish on the stock market. And Bitcoin has a 90% correlation to the stock market, and these other cryptos have like a 90+% correlation to Bitcoin. So yeah, there's going to be some coins that die, but a lot of these coins will go up. The question you have to ask yourself is what one's going to give you the most gains with the lowest risk, right? What coins are going to give you the most gains with the lowest risk? And it's not just fundamentals that determine that. It's chart patterns, it's volume, because volume precedes price. And if you go and you look on here and go to CoinMarketCap and do 30-day volume on CoinMarketCap, you're going to see here on CoinMarketCap, if a bunch of volume comes into a coin in a 30-day period, over the next few weeks, you're going to see that coin take off like crazy. And it doesn't matter if the coin does absolutely nothing, right? It's volume that moves these markets. Volume is created by human emotion. Human emotion creates demand, and demand drives price. So yeah, I am bullish on a lot of different coins, but the question you got to ask yourself, what's going to give you the highest gains? What's going to give you the highest gains for the lowest risk? How do you determine that? Yeah, you can use fundamentals if you want, but the most useful thing is going to be volume, chart patterns, Elliott waves, market cycles. There's a reason on Wall Street they use all the stuff that I'm showing you in these videos. There's a reason it's called the Wall Street cheat sheet, right? Wall Street uses this. They don't sit there and try to determine what the fundamentals of a coin is or a stock. They use this. Why do you think they buy based on emotion? Why do you think Warren Buffett's quote is be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy? Fear is an emotion. Professionals use emotional psychology when they're investing. So I hope that's helpful here on XCN. I do think we will break out. There's a little bullish channel here, or a bearish channel, also known as a bull flag, which is a bullish pattern. So if you're in an uptrend and you get a bearish channel, it's a bull flag. That's what a bull flag is a little bearish channel inside of an uptrend. So what coins are you watching for max gains right now? Well, go watch my videos. We've got Dogecoin, we've got Render, we've got Shiba, right? Go watch my videos. I've got a bunch of free coins. Even we were talking about Velo earlier. Velo is going to do good gains. You know, there's a lot of coins right now. So there's probably 30 coins. I could probably list 30 of them. I'm not going to because a lot of them are VIP coins. And I just, don't want to, I need to be true to my members and stuff. But yeah, there's tons of coins. So a lot of coins. And when I say these things, a lot of times people don't like what I have to say because people would rather be right than accept truth. That's one of the biggest flaws that most people have. Instead of accepting truth, they just want their own opinion of a situation to be the right one. And I've done it myself, so I'm not trying to say that I'm some magical person that's never done this, but that is one of the big problems with people. The reason why I say, Dogecoin's going to moon, and then people are like, Dallin, you're dumb, is because they care more about their own opinion of being right than making money, than accepting truth, accepting the truth as it is. And the truth as it is that there's a lot of coins that literally are going to go crazy. I can show you coins. Pepe, you guys, if you invest in Pepe, you're going to be so glad you did. I can tell you that right now. And yet people are like, Dallin, you really want to buy meme coins? Do you realize what's going on in the world? I know exactly what's going on in the world, okay? That's why I don't listen to it. That's why I don't focus on it. Because I care more about the truth. And the truth is that these coins are going to go crazy. Teddy bear. Yeah, I can do some teddy bear analysis here in just a second. So yeah, you guys, I promise you, I'm not trying to say these things to be rude, to be mean or anything. I'm just trying to literally get it in your head that you should care more about making money than your own pride. Because pride is what stops. Pride and dishonesty are the two biggest reasons people are not rich. If people would be honest and humble, they would be rich. It says it right in the Bible that humility comes before honor and riches. So, and honesty is one of the greatest ways to be wealthy. The reason that the wealthiest people, or the reason that the most honest people, let me rephrase that. Most of the most honest people you'll ever find are also some of the richest. And it goes against what people want to believe, because everybody wants to believe this world is some evil place with a bunch of conspiracy theorists. And there is evil out there, real evil, and some of them are rich. That is a real thing. But there's also a whole bunch of super, super honest people that have real companies that are providing real jobs for real people and feeding real families. And the reason they're rich is because they're honest, they're true to their fellow men, and they're also men of morality, and they're humble. So if you want to be rich and you want money in your life, then focus on humility. And I'm not talking about some swarmy person that's always saying he's nothing all the time and, I'm nothing. I'm talking about humility, like meekness, like willingness to accept truth and willingness to accept when you're wrong and willingness to accept truth, humility, meekness. And then, like I said, honesty. If you guys want money, Focus on humility and honesty, and I promise you're going to be rich. So long as you do something that's helpful for people too. So, all right, let's do some teddy bear analysis for you guys today. I'm really happy that I get to talk about this stuff because I love crypto and I love these markets. I love what I've learned about these markets. I love the charts. I love my viewers, and it's fun to talk about these. So I'm glad that we get to do these live streams together every week. All right. It's Bear, isn't not Teddy, it's Bear. There we go. So I did post a little bit of analysis on Teddy Bear on my Twitter. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, then go ahead and check it out. But on my Twitter, I do have some analysis on Teddy Bear. Am I bullish on it? Well, it is in a big bullish triangle right now. And a big bullish triangle is definitely one of my favorite things to look for in these markets. Now, if we go over to Twitter, I'll just show you guys my analysis because nothing's changed from my previous analysis. So I might as well not redraw the whole chart again for you. But human emotion repeats on every single time frame, right? Look at Telcoin. Again, earlier I was talking about how it doesn't matter if you're trading silver or gold or crypto or what. The bottom chart is the NASDAQ composite. That is stocks. That's the NASDAQ Composite Index. That's the stock market. The top is a crypto. You can see the same human psychology took place, right? The same human emotion. Now to talk about Teddy, because that's what I was talking about originally, I just had to re-drill that point about markets because I'm re-drilling the point because I want you guys to make a bunch of money like I am because of these charts. So you guys can see here on the bottom, we have Teddy Bear. On the top, we have Qualcomm. And you guys can see that the same psychology, the same human emotion is taking place. Qualcomm is a stock, and it also looks a lot like Litecoin. If you've ever studied Litecoin, you can compare Litecoin and Qualcomm. And Litecoin is basically right here again, too, in that triangle pattern. It fell just a little bit lower, but it's the same human psychology. Teddy Bear is the same human psychology as Qualcomm. Now, people tell me this doesn't work, and I tell you it does. And I don't say that, like I said, I don't say that to be rude. I'm just telling you guys, this really does work. Fractal psychology inside of markets is a real thing. If you don't know what a fractal is, go Google fractal. It's really, really neat. Fractals are constant throughout life, and they're really, really neat patterns. I mean, this is a fractal right here. The little triangles are the same as the big triangles. It's just a pattern that repeats itself and in different sizes and in different places. You can see that pattern repeats itself. It's a fractal. Well, same is true for crypto. You know, the fractal of Qualcomm is a fractal of Teddy Bear. It's the microcosm and the macrocosm. So this is super, 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 super powerful information. A lot of people don't believe it works because a lot of people misapply it, and it's not going to work every time. So then somebody sees one time where it didn't work, and then they're like, fractals don't work. You guys, you don't have to be right 100% of the time to make a bunch of money in crypto. If you think you need to be right 100% of the time, analyze that, because that's probably perfectionism. You know, you don't need to, you're going to make mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes along the way. You know, I've lost $50,000 in my sleep, 8+ Bitcoin. It was 8 Bitcoin at the time. You know, I've made mistakes. So you're going to do it. But if you keep going on, keep learning, keep going, yeah, you're going to make some mistakes along the way, but you're going to make a lot of money. So yes, fractals do work. Sometimes they don't always play out. A lot of people misapply them, just like how they misapply the market cycle chart. And then it leads everybody to believe that they don't work, or they see one time it didn't and then they give up. But they do work. They work really good. And the best traders I know, the wealthiest traders I know, use human emotion, market cycles, fractals, sometimes Elliott waves like I do. Not every time, but you know, that's what pros use. So if you want to be like a pro, go study them. If you want to be a pro basketball player, you go study pro basketball players. You don't go ask some guy down the road that doesn't know what he's doing. So yeah, I remember you from 2018. I'm glad I found you again. Thank you for your content. What are your top 3 altcoins and top 3 gaming coins? Thanks so much again. Hey, thanks, Michael. I appreciate the kind words and everything, and for finding my channel again. It's good to have you tune in again. So top 3, it's really hard to pick like only 3, and you might not agree with me on these picks, and that's okay, but I'm just going to tell you what I honestly think is going to do some of the best percentage gains, and you can agree or you can disagree. That's totally okay for you. I do think Dogecoin is going to be a big player this cycle. It was big last cycle. It's done some of the best volume. It's on a bunch of exchanges. It's well known among young people. It's popular. It's cool. It could be the currency of Twitter at some point. There's a lot of rumors around that. And so you buy the rumor, even though I don't trade news, the term that people use in Wall Street is buy the rumor, sell the news. So Dogecoin, I do think will do very, very, very good this cycle. I think it's going to be a top performer. Again, you don't have to agree with me. Not everybody will, but I honestly think it will. The next one is on the list would be, where is it here? There it is, Pepe. Again, you don't have to agree with me. It's a meme coin. People are like, Dallin, why do you trade meme coins? Well, because they make a bunch of money. And that's why I'm here. So that's why I do it. But Pepe broke out in wave 1, wave 2. We're getting ready for a big picture 3 wave here on Pepe. A big picture 3 wave could take us, this thing could go so high, it's set up to just completely explode. Now, it's kind of hard to buy. It's kind of hard to get your hands on. So join the free Discord, message me if you need help buying this coin. But this one I think is going to go crazy. The Discord's free, link is in gotta slow down. The link is in the description box below. I get excited, so I have to remind myself to talk really clearly and speak in clear tones. So yeah. But Pepe is number 2 and you asked me what coins I think are going to do really good percentage gains. So that's why I'm telling you. I'm not telling you a coin I think is the lowest risk. These coins are probably more medium risk, but they're also extremely high reward. Just to clarify a little bit about that. Now, the other one I want to talk about is Toncoin. I haven't made a video about this one in a while. But if I wanted to pick more of a lower risk, but still a very high reward, it would definitely be Toncoin. This one's low risk, very high reward. So if you want one that's more of a safer bet, that's a bigger platform, but also a new one, it's not like Ethereum, it's not like it's been here for a long time, Toncoin would be number 3. I'll probably make more videos about it in the future. I have made one in the past. That would be number 3. As far as game tokens goes, I'll have to get back on you on that. I don't know what my top 3 would be, but I do think gaming tokens will be a big narrative this cycle. So I hope that helps and gives you some insight on my personal views. Well, we're already an hour in. Time flies when you're talking about crypto with your friends, huh? Okay. So yeah, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in today. I promised I'd play the guitar a little bit at the end. So we're going to go ahead and play a little bit of guitar. I've been requested every single time to do this, to play guitar in these videos, live streams. At least the last 2 live streams now, so we'll play a little bit of guitar for you guys today, and then we'll call it a day. And if you guys have any extra coins that you're wondering about, join the free Discord. The link is in the description box below. You guys can message me in there. You know, obviously my VIP members get top priority if they have questions and stuff. But you guys can message me in there. There's a bunch of other people. I'd be happy to share charts when I've got time to on your favorite coins. So definitely check that out. And yeah. Let's see here. I buy Dogecoin in my free time, and I'm gonna be rich, I will, and I know that only with my crypto will I find peace. There's my Dogecoin song, writing it as I go, so forgive me if it was a little silly. Okay, we'll play one more song here, maybe a song that's more common, more popular. Hopefully I don't get banned for this, but I'm going to play it anyways because it's a really good song. But I might get taken off YouTube. I don't know what the what the rules and regulations are here. So, yeah. When we are apart, I feel it too. And no matter... let's see. I gotta find the key. Hold on. It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. But when we are apart, I feel it too. And no matter what I do, I feel the pain. With or without you. I'm trying to remember the key here, you guys. So give me just a second. It's live, so the pressure is like really high. Let's see. To get it right. Let's see. It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. This one's hard to find the key in, too. It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. No, let's see. It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. I can't find the key on that one. I need to get some songs prepared so when you guys are asking me, I can find the right one beforehand. Because when you're live, it's like, you know, you don't want to screw up on a live stream. So, oh, man. Okay, let's see here. And then I've just got so many Christian songs here that I know how to play. So it's like, I don't know if you guys, oh, here we go. We'll just do this one. It's kind of a country song, but at least I know it by heart. It's amazing how you can speak right to my heart. Without saying a word, you can light up the dark. Try as they may, they could never explain what I hear when you don't say a thing. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me wherever I fall. You say it best when you say nothing at all. There you go. There's one where I can find the key. That other one is really good. I love NSYNC because I grew up in the 90s. I was born in 97. So I love NSYNC. But the only thing with NSYNC is that song is like impossible to find the right key on it. So every time I try to play it, it takes me like 5 minutes just to find the right note. I don't know why. Normally your voice just falls right into the right spot, right? But that one is just hard. I'll get it down though, I promise. And then one day I'll play it for you guys. So yeah, thanks for listening to my silly, stupid little Dogecoin song. It was ridiculous, I know. I was just trying to pick up my guitar and play. And yeah, there's a country song for you. One of my favorite songs. It's a really good song. It's called When You Say Nothing at All. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I think that's the name of it. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. And thank you guys so much for all the support you've given me over the years. I've been doing this since 2016 now. 8+ years I've been doing YouTube videos in crypto. I literally could not ask for a better community. So thank you guys so much for everything that you guys are doing, for supporting me, for being there for me, and all of the above. I love you guys. I appreciate every single one of you. Join the free Discord, link in the description box below. And I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos and in future live streams. As always, stay profitable out there.